Hey guys, GBH with GBH Financial. Just left work, another 12-hour day, and stuck at a light right now. So traffic is going to take me about 30 minutes to get home. Hopefully a little bit less. I don't know. 35 minutes is really what it usually takes. And if traffic is bad, it'll be longer. I'm taking local routes. I'm not going to hop on the freeway today. The freeway is jam-packed. I already checked, GPS and whatnot. So gives me some time to talk about, dividend being passively, investing and whatnot for the topic of this video. I really believe passive investing is great, passive income in general. For those of you that follow me from a while back, I believe in passive income through my rentals in Vegas. I have rentals in Vegas, cash flowing monthly, giving me passively, a few $100s, which is not a lot, but once the house is free and clear, which I'm trying to do, it will give me a lot more than a few $100s, right? Passively, I do want to eventually replace my income, my work W-2 income. And in order to do that, you just need more cash flow, right? More passive cash flow. So with my rentals, and now just within the last year, I basically looked at my stock portfolio, and I've been losing a lot of money on single company stocks, and I made some money too as well. But in general, I was investing in Lucid a lot. As you can see from my jacket right here, Lucid, if those of you that understand the stock market, Lucid has been doing terrible in stock price wise. Their company is great, their car is great, I like their car. It's just that their stock price is going down. I mean, and then it did a reverse 10-to-1 split, and it continued going down, right? So I just took the loss. Honestly, I didn't want to, but I took the loss. I put all what I have left from the investment into ETFs, dividend paying ETFs, right? So almost ran over a crow, but I did not. So lost my train of thought now. So dividend paying ETFs. I do have a few that I hold. I don't hold a lot. I know there are some people out there holding multiple ETFs, and some just hold a few. On the latter, which I hold a few. My main holding on ETF is Charles Schwab SCHD. Pretty sure most of you heard of Charles Schwab, and I'm pretty sure most of you heard of SCHD if you invest in ETFs. That's one of the most stable, ETFs out there, dividend paying quarterly basis, low, expense ratio. So I could have another video just talk about SCHD itself and why I chose that as my largest holding. But that's for a topic for another video. If you guys want to hear it, then I can just let me know in the comments. But yeah, I have a very large holding of that. I don't look at my SCHD holding at all, in a sense of maybe once a quarter just to see how they do, because it's usually stable. It usually, if it loses money, it usually loses money very, very little or gain very little. It's just, it increases over time, and it's kind of, for me, at least for me, a set it and forget it kind of ETF. I add in every 2 weeks when I get paid into more, and it's also in my Roth IRA. It's also in my IRA itself. So I have plenty of SCHD and all brokerage accounts, that I have. And so that's just one. I do hold other ones. I am into a little bit Bitcoin. I have 2 Bitcoin ETF. One pays on a weekly basis and one pays monthly. The weekly one is Blocks, BLOX. It's going back up now. Bitcoin in general is going back up. And Blocks to me was very good buy when I got it. It was very reasonable, in the low teens, and now it's back to $17 something. And with BTCI, I've been dollar cost averaging down because I got in at it was pretty peak high. I was in the 50s. It dropped down to like the low 30s, but now it's going back up to the high 30s. But I've been dollar cost averaging that quite a bit. So my average cost is about $38. So I mean, I'm almost, or I said $39. So I'm almost broke even already with that. If you think about, the average price that I pay. So I'm happy for that. So those are the two Bitcoins that I have for crypto. And then I have QQQI and SPYI from NEOS. And those are option-based ETF. They basically, they follow the SPYI and the QQQI. I have both because I like the S&P 500 and also the tech, NASDAQ, right? So, and I liked it that it pays on a monthly basis. So every month I get a little bit. So, and then also add into it every time I get paid. So, I mean, I do a auto invest where it goes directly from my bank account to the brokerage account, which is Fidelity for me. And you can do with any, brokerage account that you guys have. But I have Fidelity, so I do that, and I don't even think about it. So it's kind of like paying myself first, right? I don't see the money. It goes into the brokerage account. It even buys it for me. It buys all those ETFs for me, and it dollar cost average up or dollar cost average down. It really is out of sight, out of mind for me. For those, I do look at it once in a while. I don't look at it all the time because it also doesn't really fluctuate as much as single stocks, right? Like, I used to have Nvidia. Nvidia can move up $50 a day or go down $100. You know what I'm saying? So same as Tesla. And I used to have those single stocks. I used to have Tesla, Nvidia, and then when I was in the EV craze, I got the Lucids, the NEOS from China, So I got out of all single stocks companies. I only have a little bit of Lucid left because I still believe in them. But most of my losses are from Lucid, and I just kind of transfer it into one of those ETFs that I just mentioned, and it's paying me, right? Every quarter, every week for blocks, and every month for the NEOS, QQQI, and SPYI, and BTCI. It's a monthly base, so even though I don't add any more money, which I do every 2 weeks, I get paid, like I said. But even though I don't add any more, it adds itself. It's just in a slower pace. And with SCHD, I also add in every 2 weeks, and every quarter it adds a little bit more. So I'm trying to get to the point where my passive income through my dividend-paying portfolio and my rentals will pay for my everyday monthly expenses. When that number hits, I'm basically financially independent, right? And then I could decide if I want to live where I live now, which most likely I won't because I live in a very high cost area in the Bay Area in California. So if I do move abroad or I move to, say, Vegas and live there instead, cost of living would be a lot cheaper. In Nevada, there is no state tax compared to California, and by that time, my passive income will pay for my monthly expenses. So ideally, that's kind of where I want to go with dividends. I never really believed in dividends stocks per se because I always thought they were slow. They were would take years and years and years. And yes, they do. So they do take a long time, and they do take years and years. But with consistency and the compound interest that you give the time to do, it will eventually hit where you want. As for me, I've been in the stock market for a while now. I was just buying single stocks, like single company stocks, like I mentioned. The Nvidias, the Lucids, the Teslas, the Apples, and all that stuff. So I have enough funds to put in. When I sold all out of those individual companies, I have enough funds to populate my ETF and not really start from scratch. So my base was pretty significantly good enough to compound instantly. So even though I started with the dividend paying ETFs, not even a year now, it's been compounding crazy, right? like I say, it doesn't fluctuate a lot, but it does add for you every month, every quarter, every week, whatnot. And then I also add on the side too on top of it. So hopefully, as time goes on, I will get to the point where my passive incomes, including from my rentals, when, like I say, once it's free and clear, that passive income will be even significantly higher, right? So yeah, guys, so let me know how do you guys invest. Do you think dividends, passively investment through stocks, rentals, or whatnot is take too long and it's not gonna work, or you guys doing the exact same thing, right? Let me know. I would love to hear what you guys investing and whatnot, and what your strategies are. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what order this video is gonna come out of the series of videos that I'm gonna put out on YouTube, but if you guys already seen it, or if it's already posted, you know that I'm wanting to retire by the time I turn 55 and activate my rule of 55 through my employer's 401k at Nokia, right? So that's only 5 years from now, because I'm actually 50 right now. So hopefully in 5 years, my passive income will generate enough for me to survive off, and I can pull the trigger and retire at 55 years old, right? And hopefully by that time, my rentals will be paid off. None of the credit cards will have balances that I cannot pay off by the end of the month, meaning I don't want any interest, nor do I have to carry over any balance, right? And that's the ideal thing. I'm always for using credit cards. I have a video from years ago that I mentioned that credit cards are the best thing since sliced bread, I think. But you have to be careful with it. I probably will make another video out about credit cards and why I think using a credit card is not as dangerous as what people make them out to be, as long as you're responsible and you do pay them off at the end of each month and there's no interest, right? So I will do another video, an updated video. The other ones, like I say, is fairly long time ago, so I will do another video. The last video I think I talked about credit cards is when I was in Vegas visiting one of my rentals and signing the offer and whatnot with my agent, and that was quite a bit many years ago. So anyways, guys, I don't want to keep this video a little bit too long. I'm driving. As you can see, I'm not nowhere near home yet, so I'm gonna focus on the traffic and whatnot, and driving through this stoplight here and go, because I'm taking a local street back home from my work. So let me know what kind of topics you want me to bring up or talk about in the near future videos. And for this particular videos, let me know if you guys are doing dividends investing through stocks, and if you do, what kind of dividends, or you're doing ETFs like me, and if you invest in the same ETFs that I do, or there's different ones. I mean, there's plenty. I mean, when I started dividends, just quickly before I wrap up this video, when I first started dividend, I must have like 20 ETF paying dividends, weekly, monthly, and quarterly, right? I forgot what that one ETF, but everybody was crazed on something with UMAX. I forgot what it was. I think UMAX ETFs were crazed a few months back. Then it declined because of that NAV erosion or enough. I got out of that before I lost my skin. And so now I'm all into the stable ETF, minus the crypto ones, but I think the other ones are pretty stable. But yeah, guys, let me know what ETFs, if you are in ETFs, and if not, let me know how you feel about passively investing income, and hopefully one day the passive income will generate enough to sustain your cost of living. All right, so until the next video, I'm going to sign off right now, focus on driving, and I will catch you on the next one. Talk to you later.